What's up everybody? We got a really cool video for you today. We're going to be reviewing the brand new Game of Thrones collection of Dr. Squatch soap. This is a brand new collection that Dr. Squatch just dropped. It's kind of in the same vein as the Star Wars collection and the Harry Potter collection. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So let's get started with the box. I find the box is really cool personally. If you're just looking to buy some soap here, then this box is totally not essential at all. You can buy these bars individually on the website. If you are a Dr. Squatch collector like myself, I know it sounds kind of weird because this is just a soap company, but it is kind of fun to collect these things, then I would say that the box is pretty sweet. It's pretty legit. Like, it has really cool artwork on the front. It's heavy. It doesn't feel cheap. There's a little story on the back sort of thing, and the box is just kind of a cool collector's item to have and add to your Dr. Squatch collection. When you open it up, you got two cool dragons on there, which is kind of sick. I don't even watch Game of Thrones, and I think it's cool, so if you do watch Game of Thrones, I feel like this would be a really cool item to have. So let's get started with the soaps now. The first one would be Drogon's Blaze. I don't watch Dr. Thrones, Game of Thrones, so like I said, I might be butchering this name, but it's a cool dragon. Yeah, so I've used these before. Drogon's Blaze is probably the one I think smells the best. In the shower, the scent does fade, and it does fade on your skin. Like, it doesn't last super long, but it is a nice smell. Probably the scent that I like the most out of all of these, to be honest with you. It's a nice looking bar of soap. Kind of cool looking. It smells very fruity. It's a fruity smell. Like I said, it dies down in the shower a bit. It says heavy grit. It does not feel heavy grit. You can tell that there's grit, but it's not even close to like a pine tar kind of grit. Next up, we have Viserion's Freeze, another dragon who I'm probably butchering their name. I think it's Viserion. This one, yeah, it's an okay scent, but it almost smells like a bounce sheet, or like Tide, like almost like an artificial clean scent. Not bad, but I'm not looking to wash my body with the bounce sheet, right? The soap looks really pretty, probably the prettiest out of all of them. I like the smell of Drogon's Blaze the most, but this is the nicest looking, I believe. It's zero grit in the shower. It probably feels the nicest in the shower too, I think, on your skin. That's my personal opinion. But kind of a mid soap. Not great, not bad, but just in the middle. Last but not least, Thousand Swords Scrub. So this, I feel like, is the one that they're kind of advertising as the main soap of this collection, which is kind of ironic because I find it to be the weakest. The smell is kind of like a cologne, but almost like a cheap cologne, like a cheap male cologne. Doesn't really do much for me in the shower. It's kind of the same strength. It doesn't fade as much as some of the others, but it's just a cheap cologne smelling one. It's medium grit, but kind of like how the Drogon's Blaze was heavy grit. It seems like a lesser grit than it should be, considering it's called Thousand Sword Scrub. I would expect some heavy grit or feeling like I'm getting stabbed or something, but it just didn't really meet the mark. Not a bad soap, but kind of nothing crazy going on with the actual look of it either, so pretty indifferent. Definitely my least favorite of the entire collection. So that's the entire collection. I must say it's slightly disappointing. I kind of thought, like, I'm not a big Game of Thrones fan in the first place, so it's not like I had huge expectations for this, but Dr. Squatch normally meets my expectations a little bit better. I usually get quite excited for a new drop, and this one was a little bit of a letdown. Like I said, Drogon's Blaze I thought was my favorite. I really liked the smell, and it felt decent on my skin. Viserion's Freeze, didn't love the smell, but felt good on my skin. And Thousand Sword Scrub, didn't really love anything. It's almost like the best part about this new collection is this collector's box, because if I had to rank it, I would say it's the best collector's box that Dr. Squatch has ever done. But I'm not going to take the box into the shower, so that doesn't mean a whole lot for me. If you like Game of Thrones, you should try this out. It's a really cool collector's item. If you like Dr. Squatch, you might want to skip it. It's not a must. If you're a collector of Dr. Squatch, then I'd say it is a must with the collector's box to add to your collection. But overall, I'm quite indifferent to this new collection. I didn't mind it, but I wish I could have loved it.